Hello, welcome back to It's New. Greg, he just can't handle it. I mean, he could do it a couple times a week, but it's just too much being around us. I blame Morty.
I mean, yeah, it's really. I wouldn't want to. Do you blame him though?
No, I don't blame him.
I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to be around me.
I mean, Anu and I are sticking out with it, but Greg just can't. So I don't know.
Sticking out with it,
massive.
A lot of help.
Anyway, Morty, what are you talking about?
Core updates, which is more powerful, the March or the June core update? The data lies.
I'm going Pew on AI overviews, and Google tried to give advice on something it doesn't support. Anu, what do you got?
Branded search conversion metric comes to Google.
All right, Morty, whenever you're ready.
Can I do it like your YouTube style?
Sure, do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Should I zoom in on you? Hold on a second. Is there a way to zoom in on you? Solo layout. Go.
Oh my God.
That's a core updates. They are dangerous. Data lies about them. First, SEMrush said in their peak volatility that the March 2025 core update was more volatile. And then in their average volatility change, they also said the March core update was more volatile. Luckily, this metric Mordy has been tracking a different metric in SEMrush for the last 4 years and shows that indeed the June 2025 core update was insanely volatile. Watch your rankings. Watch your back. Sleep with one eye open.
Wow.
What the heck was that?
I don't know.
You ever see Barry's videos about the core update?
But I have a lot of edits. You did it all in one thing. It's hard for me to do it. So when I'm actually recording it, I'll read half the line, pause, read the next, because I can't do it straight. And then you see these little cuts, ins. So it's even more extreme.
That's more dramatic.
Me jerking around
Oh God.
Anyway, that was good.
In real terms, some of the data made it seem like the March 2025 core update was more volatile, but those metrics only catch a very small moment in time of the update. And if you look at the larger picture, the June update was incredibly volatile, especially the top of the SERP.
Yes. So that was data from SEMrush, from SimilarWeb, Systrix. It was a pretty volatile time. We also, in that blog post on Search Engine Land, I quote Glenn Gabe, Marie Haynes, Aleda Solis, and a bunch of others. So yeah, it was a big update for sure. If you couldn't tell from Morty's intro.
Very scary.
Pew. All right. So the Pew Research Center released a report basically saying that you are much less likely to get a click from a search results set in Google with AI overviews on the page than you are without them on the page. They said with AI overviews on the page, this is from data from March 2025, I think about 1,000 people in this study, and only 8% clicked on links from the search results to a website with AI overviews on the page. They call them AI summaries. But without AI overviews on the page, it's almost twice that 15. It's not exactly twice. 16 would be twice, but it's 15% would click on results when they're not there. Now, they also say Google users who encountered AI summaries also rarely clicked link itself in the summary itself. Only 1% of people clicked on links in those AI summaries. So there's lots of links in there. This seems on some level like better data. 8% seem higher than I thought other studies showed, but the 1% seemed lower than other studies showed. That being said, there's a lot of interesting data in here around this. Glenn Gabe also pointed out that another way to think about this, he said, is that 82% of all of the results did not yield an AI overview at all. So AI overviews aren't showing for everything, that's for sure. But this just goes back to saying, hey, the great decoupling's here. Despite what Google executives are saying that they don't believe all the studies out there, maybe they could believe this Pew Research study. I doubt it. But again, Google could just solve all this by sharing that data in Google Search Console, which they won't do. Same conversation every single week.
Trial.
Yeah.
Just deny. No, didn't do it. Not true. Not happening.
I don't know. So those numbers are pretty scary, but at the same time, luckily right now, AI overviews don't show for everything, and hopefully your clients, at least their main queries don't show for it, hopefully, but it seems like a lot of publishers and a lot of sites are actually suffering badly, not just from the core updates, but also from these AI overviews and other features that are pushing them down.
I mean, Google, it's not It's not a data provider. It's the Pew Research Center.
It seems legit, but Google's going to deny it. I don't know. It's just upsetting. I wish Google would just admit it and just say, you know what? This is the future. You're all dead.
Yeah, can you imagine the click-through rate on ads within the AI overview if the organic is 1%?
Oh God.
Yeah, but the ads have photos and images, all those types of stuff. So and they blink stuff, click here, they're scrolling on the page or jumping up like the whole thing. It's going to be interesting. I think it's going to change how search works, how SEOs measure performance, how even ads like PPCers measure performance. I think it's all going to change. But what won't change is Google's support for product pricing by state. So somebody asked John Mueller, is there a way to actually communicate to Google, if I offer a price, let's say in New York State, that differs from a price for the same exact product in California? Now you could do that by country, but there's no in Merchant Center. You can't do that by state. You can't say California or this city or that state or whatever has different pricing. There's no way to communicate that to Google. So John Mueller was like, and basically fundamentally he said, there's no mechanism on our side that allows you to say the exact same product has a different price by state. That being said, he just give two alternatives. I'm not even sure why he gave these alternatives because it seems dangerous to do this. He's like, maybe you could use a tax field. So often tax rates are different. So if you adjust the price, not just by tax, but also by the product price difference, maybe it will result in the price change being enough. But that's dangerous. You can't show a fake tax price. That seems really dangerous. Two, he's like, maybe create a product page for each and every state. So you could say, I don't know, this iPhone 16 Pro S, whatever it is, New York. And you have to create over and over again for each state, which is something that Google's like, don't do. Don't create these doorway pages. So I'm surprised he said that too, but he's like, he probably said, don't do it. The way he worded this, these seems like bad ideas. And then Brody posted some his solutions by city types of stuff. I don't know. There's no way for this to happen really. You don't see it often. Google's actually where people actually have different products pricing by state. But I guess they could, because some states might be more costly to run business in. New York State is very especially New York City, very costly to have a store there. California probably very costly in some areas. So yeah, I mean, London is super expensive to have stores there. So it might cost more for them to actually have the product, and they might have to charge differently. But I'm not sure if I don't know if you should. I just look at this and there's a smile and not do anything, but I don't know. I wonder what other people do. And then I know you have something on branded searches.
Yes, I do. So yeah, this was something that I picked up from the lovely folks on PPC Newsfeed, who talked about, they spotted that Dario Zanoni saw a help page dedicated to branded searches as a new conversion type, which is something that was announced at GML this year. So yeah, this new metric now tracks how many branded searches were triggered on Google or YouTube after users saw your ad. So that's available for YouTube, PMax, so Discover and Gmail, and Discover feed, etc. The attribution is a 30-day window, 30-day view through optimization used not yet, but Google hints that might come. And they were saying, make sure your brand mapping is configured for accurate attribution. Jill Saskingales has also created a video about it. So go find her, go on learn.jill.ca if you want to learn more about that. But there is a measuring branded searches help doc on Google as well. So all that stuff that has been announced on GML is coming out.
Yeah, that new help doc is brand new. So nice find there, Hannah. And everyone have a great day. Thanks for being with us, even through that Mordy intro. Hopefully got some more subscribers with it. We're back tomorrow with more news. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.